Hello and welcome. My name is Andrew, and thanks for joining me. Um, Really quick, I'm going to talk for myself about like 10 seconds and then we're going to get on with it. Um, I've been growing people's Instagram accounts for like the past 2 years. I started growing my own account as a professional artist. I was just so sick of being stuck at like 500, and I made a decision to just finally figure it out. And I found something that works for me. Um, and then I've just started growing other people's accounts, and then onboarded a couple of tattoo shops. And just based on my experience, my artist brethren, you guys tattoo artists, you guys do very well, because like art, tattooing is very visual, and Instagram is super good for that because the nature of it is pictures and videos. um, so you guys do the best. And then I'll get onto it in this video. I'm going to divulge all the techniques and secrets that I've used to grow accounts like Alec Turner's that you saw in that first page. And just think it's down below too, from like a couple of hundred followers to like over like 30,000. I think he might beat me soon just because he posts more than me. Um, and I taught math for the past 2 years, but while that's relevant, I included this little PDF guide for you as a good teacher. If that helps you follow along, you can go ahead and download it, and then we'll get right into it. Thanks again for joining me. I really hope that you find this useful. Um, okay, should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so there's this PDF guide, and freaking there's a little stuff about me, write you a little letter, essentially what I talked about first. But first step is pretty dumb to say, I feel like, but just have a solid feed. Sounds simple, but it's just absolutely essential. Your Instagram feed essentially acts like your business card or like your digital portfolio. So when people click at your profile, this is like the first thing they see. So this is my account, and somebody, wow, oh my God, these are some pretty cool paintings. Maybe I'll follow him. Or um, you just got to make it look impressive. Um, so if they if they look at your tattoo account, for example, I'm based in South Scottsdale, so I have the right to make fun of them. They're a tattoo account, but like looking through their photos, they post freaking jewelry and piercings, which is I guess a common thing. But if I'm a tattoo enthusiast and I see like this is good and all donating stuff, but like if that's what the feed is, I don't really care about the content that you post, and I'm going to move on to the next account. So have good photos. So instead, we see someone like Megan Massacre's account, though they're gonna follow them. She's a solid shot of just her tattoo work. It doesn't have to be very fancy. Just when you're finished doing your tattoo, get your smartphone, take a photo of it, edit it to be a square because that's what Instagram prefers, and just post it. It doesn't have to be all fancy. Like it looks like she just finished her tattoo and stuck it in the shop. Same thing for Black Anchor. They're based in Hollywood. Yeah, take it next level. You can get a black background. You can convince your shop to pull together for this for everyone's Instagram backgrounds, and just makes it look nice, because when you look through this, it's cohesive. Like every single one for the most part has a black background, whereas like this photo kind of sticks out, and it makes your whole like feed and portfolio like it's cohesive. Nico Hurtado. Yeah, you can just I'm sure you all have your favorite tattoo artists. Just look at theirs and try to emulate their photos. And I just recommend creating like a minimum of like 9 or 12 photos. That way, when they open it right away, they see like a solid feed. Um, yeah, he again has that black theme, and it just really showcases his work. So that's the first step. Step one, have a solid feed. So once you have that, you got your solid feed done. Like it looks good when you look at it. Like it impresses people. Wow, someone when they first see it, because this is the first impression. Your second step is to find your target audience. Find your target audience, which essentially is like the people that you want to follow you. Make sure this is still recording. Yeah, we're still good. Essentially, like who follows you. So if I'm growing a tattoo shop's account, And for example, let's say that tattoo shop is based in Scottsdale, Arizona. Obviously, that tattoo shop wants like tattoo enthusiasts that are based in Scottsdale, so that way I assume they can, book appointments with them. Um, so from what I found, people, well, you just kind of think like backwards. If I like tattoos, what are the Instagram accounts that I follow? And usually that comes down to local tattoo shops in the area, in addition to bars, smoke shops, and other places. I might listen to the client's recommendations, but you know your clientele best, and you might be able to come with more creative places. So what I first do actually is just look through Google Maps. Google Maps. Boop. And I'll do an example for like maybe I'm onboarding a local shop in Scottsdale. So here's Scottsdale, Arizona. All the places I've been, and just super simple. Just Google fucking tattoo. Okay, and we have some. All right, let's check out Sun and Gold Tattoo and Barber. Um, so I'll just kind of like open different tabs, and not all of these places have like Instagram accounts, which is kind of annoying. Tattoo Planet. Let's look at them later. Let's look at Black Sales Tattoo. Let's look, and we have Old Town Inc., Dreamscapes Tattoo, Club Tattoo Scottsdale, uh, Dame of the West Tattoo. And you just kind of keep doing this until you can get a pretty large list. Usually I'll fill up the whole tab because I'm Chinese and an overachiever. And I just put in. So cool. On their website, Sun and Gold Tattoo, they have this little Instagram icon. Fuck yeah. Thank you for making it easier for me. Oh, and you can do this on your phone or your computer, which either way. So they have 900-ish followers. That's honestly not that great, but I will use that. So I'm just kind of going to save them for later. I'm just going to copy and paste their username into like a Word or a text document or Excel, whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter. Okay, you're done. Thank you, Sun and Gold Tattoo. Tattoo Planet. Okay, great. Their webs. Oh, they have an Instagram link. Sweet. Kind of hidden. 2,000 followers. Okay, the feed's kind of cool. Doesn't matter though. There's another one. Okay, great. Can say goodbye to you now. No, I do not want to subscribe to your email list. Black Sales. That's cute. Oh, great. They have that Instagram icon. Great. Get out of there. Old Town Inc. Okay. It looks like I can't find an Instagram link, which is great because sometimes this happens. This happens kind of all the time. So they're called Old Town Inc. in Scottsdale. I'm just gonna see if I can find something cool. Maybe that's it. And yep, that's the same website. Great. Got their username. They have 19.4 followers. Sweet. This is what I want. Pretty cool feed. Save them for later. And essentially, you just keep doing this. Keep doing this till you get like a lot of these big player accounts. So goodbye. Dame of the West. Just that Instagram icon. There you are. Cool. 11.7. That's pretty good. for later. And you keep doing this. Usually, for my clients, I keep doing this till I have like a list of like 20 to 50, maybe 80, until like their combined following gets me like 100,000, maybe 500,000, just like a ton, just a ton of people. So that's that second step, finding your target audience. Oh, and if you run out of tattoo shops, maybe you're in a smaller place, we can look up smoke shop, because we all know tattoo artists and enthusiasts generally like their smokes. Let's see if they have good account. And let's see if they have something good. If not, usually, oh shoot, I think they do. Cool, Scottsdale, great. They do have one. Copy and paste them. Scratch my head. My clients have told me like nightclubs and bars and stuff. So nightclub, that's where they hang out. I feel like Maya's too. Well, we'll just see. I'm just kind of judging because Maya, like I know this club. It's just kind of like preppy Scottsdale, and I feel like tattoo folks might not hang out here. But where you at? Instagram handle. All right, great. There it is. Okay, great. They have like 23,000 followers. And again, if I was actually doing this for a client, I probably would not include them because I know their demographic and it just doesn't fit as well with those tattoo enthusiasts. So there's that step two. Again, I straight up just put in the work. I'll spend like a couple of hours doing this, compiling a giant list of these accounts. And essentially, those people that follow these accounts, for example, we'll go back to Old Town Inc. Then we can click this following list, all their followers, and all the people that they follow are most likely interested in tattoos and are located in Arizona, which essentially takes us, well, in that this is the target audience, like their followers and the people that they follow. So like these 19,000 followers, the 11,000 followers, those hundreds, that forms like a giant list of people that we could target, because they follow the accounts, these tattoo artists in Arizona, which is what my client, my tattoo artist, my tattoo shop in Scottsdale, Arizona is probably looking for. Which takes us to step number 3, which is interacting, and kind of how I explain this to people. You might have never or stuck at like a couple hundred followers because they don't know how Instagram works. It's like if you're trying to get like a tattoo appointment set up, you might connect with someone at a tattoo convention, a cocktail party, hanging out with friends. But instead of doing this in person, you're now doing it through Instagram, and you're just talking with people who might be interested in that. So from that target audience, so for example, Old Town Inc., I'm just going to look through all these different people. So Charlie Ruth, actually, I'm going to use like a new tab. Charlie Ruth. Cool. You look like a real person. I'm going to give you that follow. I'm going to like your stuff. Cute cat. Oops. Awesome stuff. Like your selfie. It's photos that literally, that's just like genuinely catch your eye. Just, go through their feed, give them the love. Maybe give that comment, like a genuine comment. I don't know. Don't be like spammy about it. Awesome. Love the waves. And since you might also be doing this on your phone, emojis are great. Okay, and that's kind of like enough. I don't want to overdo it. I'd say like maybe like 3 to 5 likes. Give them a comment or something. And then next person, K Taryn. You're private. Whatever. What could be the follow? Alex Lopez. Looks kind of young. I'm gonna not interact with him. Tony Duder. Give you the follow, which is not ideal. You want someone with a public account so that way you can interact with them more. I am Colonini, Nikki, Ego. Already hung out with you. Cute. Ideally, I'm looking for tattoo photos. And nothing's really making me feel that comment love, so that's all I'm gonna do for her. Okay, this guy looks like he would get some ink. Sick pic, bro. No, sick pic. Oh, this is funny. Next, give her the follow. Oh, cool. You got a tattoo place. Awesome, man. This is actually a really cool feed. All right. Give them the follow. Lame. Zach Harold. All right. And the purpose of this, it does sound kind of spammy, but I mean, this is what it comes down to. What you're doing, you're exposing your account. Nice tat. And all right, give them a follow. So like the PDF guide mentions, essentially like 3 to 5 of their photos that you genuinely like, maybe throw in a comment if it feels right, give them a follow. And I repeat this process for like focus periods about 15 minutes at a time. That way your brain doesn't get dead. And I do this until my whole account is following about like 1,500 to 2,000. So go back to my account. Mine's hovering at about 2,000. So I don't really like stop because then it makes me look like I just follow tons of people, which I do, but you don't want it to look that way. So, and then the purpose of this is says in the text, and then you notice like after a day or two, people will start to follow you back. Like in why they do that, what's happening like on their end of their phone, like you've seen it, you've seen, so like, oh my gosh, so I look at my phone, see the notifications, who is GG? They like my photos, I might genuinely click like, who the heck is this? Oh, that's kind of cool. But their feed sucks, so I'm not going to follow them. Chinka Lifta tattoos. Okay. Oh, this is actually some pretty cool ink. Some pretty cool art. I actually dig this a lot. He's got a decent feed, so it's like, whoa, wow, he's got some cool stuff. Because we already did that for you. In step 1, you have a clean feed. That will like increase the chances that someone follows you, or that someone follows you back. And essentially, like that's the big work and the big step in this part in interaction, why this is so important. Like a cocktail party, you're essentially exposing yourself to other people. You're like mingling, and then if people genuinely like your stuff because you've cleaned up your Instagram feed, you've cleaned up your profile to make it look freaking fantastic. If they genuinely like your stuff, then they'll follow you back. And if they don't, then they would never be like one of your fans or someone who would book a tattoo with you in the first place. So that's how that works. So again, do that until you get about 1,500, 2,000 people total, and then just kind of back off. And then I guarantee if you do this, you will see notifications in your feed pop up about people following you back, people genuinely following you, people liking your photos back. It's like a numbers game, essentially. So then after that, at this point, you're getting new followers. And then if you're trying to get appointments for tattoos, it would be very wise to message them. You want to send them a very brief message, like brief. If they see like a giant box of text, they're going to be like, oh, this is a time suck and this is kind of spammy. So keep it short and simple. Something like, hey, thanks for the follow. Is there anything I can do for you regarding tattooing? And then after you send this message, three things will happen. They either say yes, congratulations, you probably landed an appointment. Just keep asking them what they want. Follow up on that. They say no, congratulations, you got a follower anyways who just wants to see your work, which is tight. And then for this person who said no, depending on how the conversation goes after, I would probably unfollow this person after like 3 to 5 days. Just to bring that following back down. The third case, no reply. This happens. I do this all the time. You should simply send a short follow-up. Hey, just wanted to check in. I know things get busy. And then they'll either reply, yeah, of course. I actually really want to get a tattoo. How can we work something out? And they'll say no and follow them later, or they just ignore you again. And if they don't say anything, I might just follow up maybe 2-3 times max before writing them off. You never know what happens. And that's how we generate leads for our tattoo artists. It works better for the tattoo people because they're already like interested in that, and you're just connecting someone who's never heard of you to your amazing work. And then step 5 is repeat. And clean up your following. So once you DM people, maybe you notice that someone didn't follow you back, then you just go through that list. Oh yeah. Let's go through your following and just unfollow the ones who didn't interact with you. Like usually I look for, I keep people who comment on my posts often, and I keep people who I have like good conversations with via DM or who might be a potential lead. And then people who don't respond at all, don't follow back, or aren't interested in tattoo work, they get that unfollowed because it's pointless for us to be friends or anything. Sounds cold, but business is business. So for example, let's say they didn't do anything, like this tattoo guy didn't do anything with me, unfollow this person because they didn't respond to me, and just kind of keep going through that, knowing what you've done. Okay, and essentially that brings your following down. Like for example, my 2,000 people that I follow, that'll bring it back down to maybe like 1,000, and then or 5 or 1,500, and then you repeat that process of like steps 3, 4, and 5, because your giant target audience list should be pretty big. So that's like the bread and butter for this, and it's just about consistency. I guarantee you this works. It just takes consistency to do it, and it's a numbers game. And the more you do it, the more following you're going to get. Now I want to include this too, the secret sauce. If you're trying to increase the likeliness of someone like booking an appointment with you or getting someone to do something like vote on your Instagram contest, habitually post to your story. So if your Instagram feed is like a business card and your art portfolio, then your Instagram story is like the equivalent of hanging out with you. So I'd recommend making a habit to post to your story about 3 times a day. And once you get this habit going, it gets pretty easy because you're just, again, you're in the habit and it's automatic. I I've had this experience myself. Like I used to never do it, but then I just like, okay, I'm just gonna try this out, and then did everything. So good idea. Post when you're in the shop. Post when you're, when you're doing work. You can post when you're goofing around with your buddies in the shop. Post when you're just doing your thing. And really, the purpose of this is that it gives your followers just kind of like a sneak peek in what your actual life looks like, and it makes them feel like they know you and that you're hanging and that they're hanging out with you. And essentially, this like improves the relationship that you guys have, even though they're just watching videos of you, but they feel like they know you. And the better someone feels like they know each other, the more likely they're going to book with you. Like, for example, if I'm friends with this tattoo artist that I know, like I know who he is, I've grown up with them, I've been friends with them, I'm much more likely to trust that guy and work with them versus a total random stranger. And that's like the idea of it. So I'll show you some examples. Go to my home. So Austin's the back. He's this like millennial real estate dude, and he posts to his story all the time. Super loud. Oh, cool. He lives in Scottsdale. It's Christmas time. I'm like hanging out with this guy vicariously through his Instagram feed. It's a good strategy. Like the top marketers are doing this. Adam, it's working.
Made it to my buddy Sal's office.
Oh, cool, whatever. But you get the point. Or Grab Labs. It feels like you're making a personal connection with the people. And that really helps with booking. My top clients who love the service, they made a habit of doing this, and it works like magic for them. Like for example, back to Alec Turner. So what he does that's super cool, he's got tons of posts and he has like a solid feed, video of him. And he travels around to different tattoo shops. And what I do for him is the same thing that I've shown you. So before he travels to these different cities, like I'll target those cities. Like instead of, doing Scottsdale, I have done already Los Angeles, Philadelphia, New York City for him. And he's called me like so many times before he even gets to those cities. He's like booked out of tattoo appointments like before he lands, which is awesome. And this has happened for like hometown stuff too. And it can totally work for you. I'm telling you, this method works. It's super simple. I've shown you what it is, 5 steps. It's just the toughest part is consistency. It's work for you guaranteed if you do it habitually. Like the gym, Instagram growth takes time. Understand this might look kind of time consuming for you because you have other stuff to do. This works. Give it a shot. If you're feeling like it takes too much time, I'd be happy to help you out. I do exactly what I've shown in this guide, but at a larger level based on like the company that I've been able to grow. We specialize in doing this. And, I'd love to just help you achieve your Instagram goals while saving you this time, help you get more appointments so that you can focus on doing what you enjoy, which is tattooing, maybe spending time with your family. I don't know, instead of going through this and just liking people and commenting people's stuff and doing that, that grind work. So if you're interested, shoot me an email. I think you have my email because you signed up for that list. But anyways, good luck on all of this. If you follow this process, it's super simple. I know you will succeed. And if you have any questions, I'd love to help you out. But I just wanted to share this with you because Instagram is just becoming bigger and bigger, and I feel like we all deserve this level of success. And I wish you the best of luck, sincerely. And I'm grateful that you even watched this video. So with that, end with the photo of my face. So back to me yet? All right, great. Thank you. And I hope you got something out of this. Have a great day. Bye.